As a business, from the last 3 or 4 weeks, we set ourselves 3 very clear goals. And those goals were, one, obviously to protect the health and safety of our people. And we've been putting in place a number of initiatives to support both our playing group and our staff, remote working, following the relevant health protocols that have been sent out by the Queensland Government and the Federal Government. The second one is to protect the financial viability of Queensland Rugby. And that's all the assets that sit under Queensland Rugby, the Reds, the community game, and also Ballymore, the asset that we're here in today. And that's at the forefront of our minds to make sure that whatever we do makes our business viable into the future. And the third is the safety and viability of our clubs. They are resilient, but they are going through their own challenges, and we as a state body need to be supportive of what they're doing and make sure that they can find a path through themselves. I just wanted to outline the processes we've been following. It's a 3-step process that we've been looking at over the next 3 months. Obviously our focus has been on responding to this situation, and paramount to us is managing our business continuity through these challenging waters. After those 3 months, the next 3 to 4 months, we'll be focusing on repositioning, which will be looking at what investment do we need to make and how do we get through this and start to build the business back to being a sustainable business at the back end of 2020 into 21. Where we can pop our head up and start looking at the longer term planning for Queensland Rugby over the next 3 years. We've had to have difficult conversations with our people today around what the future entails, but I will say, and I want to pause on the support provided by federal government around JobKeeper has been a significant thing for Queensland Rugby. And what that's been able to enable us to achieve is keeping our workforce in employment. And I think that's important to stop and reflect on that is people's livelihoods, their mental health and their well-being. And the important part, speaking to our staff, it gives them a sense of purpose and maintains a connection to us as a business as we go through these tough times. So at the moment, everyone will remain in employment. We've looked at it based on the JobKeeper program. That gives us the ability to look at a reduced load around their own working hours, which will be effectively calculated based on their rate and how many days that'll apply. So that's given us the ability to keep, at this point, everyone in a job. Our players, which are part of our people, I know Rupa and Rugby Australia are continuing to discuss the measures required to support the game through this challenging situation around the viability. And I know they're working through that. Even as of today, they're continuing those discussions. To our members and to our fans for the Reds, thank you for your patience. I know these uncertain times, everyone's looking at what does it mean around that, and I do thank you, and we'll get to all those matters over the coming weeks. Just to finish off around our future, as I said, we've been in existence for 138 years. We're not going anywhere. We're going to stick at this, and I know the support of the game will remain for generations to come. We'll get through this. I thank everyone for their support, and in 2020, obviously it's going to be an important year for us to push through, and thank everyone for that support over the last 3 or 4 weeks.